physical practitioners.
Yeah. So how often have you had a massage?
I haven't had one in about a year.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, it's your tight jaw. Tell me about then, does the dentist ever mention anything about your jaw or?
No, so after I had my first child, I went back in to get everything checked out, and I was apparently grinding my teeth at night.
Okay, so
And I
that's
think that was to do with not sleeping well either, but it was fine with my second. Wasn't doing it.
right. Yeah, grinding your teeth is tightness and stress and stuff stored in your body though. Yeah. So that's what I reckon has got to do with the asthma and the sinuses because the meridians are blocked.
Yeah, okay.
And so there's six main meridians. So the best way to do that is either, start releasing the tight muscles on your face and on your head and on your neck and on your arm, because that's all running from there. And then you'll find the energy starts flowing and you can breathe better. But even if you start now massaging, if you just go over the cheek area and then just push in and you start poking in and pushing in the muscles, you'll actually, and also like up here around the nose, pushing in, you'll find it feeling tight and stuff. That also starts to get energy flowing. You're nice and tight, the pushing in. Is that tight?
It hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It pinches. It's not comfortable.
Yeah. So, and then and after it, you'll actually start to go, oh, that feels a bit better. I actually feel like some blood flowing and some chi running through.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Does that feel any different?
It definitely feels like it's livening up.
Yeah.
Livening up the area.
Yeah, so that's what I reckon, because if it's really, I mean, of course everyone's got some emotional stuff, but that's the physical side has to be addressed with you.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
yes, a strong massage and getting someone to do deep tissue, do head, stuff like that. And you'll find it'll just, and the arms and stuff, deep tissue on the arms. There's a meridian on the arm, a large intestine.
Okay.
Right down the center. So if you grab the center, right, see here, center, yeah, that bit there. So that's large intestine. Pinch there really hard. Pinch it in here. Is that hurt?
Yeah. It doesn't. Look, I can do it. I can maintain it. It doesn't kill,
Yeah.
but it feels really firm.
Yeah. Okay. And so, I mean, you're not bad, because if you told your life sounds really good, it's not often that I get that someone can say everything's really good. So,
it's pretty good. It's not to say I don't have challenges. My kids trigger me, but I'm working through that as well. So.
Yeah, sure. Well, at least you're onto it. At least you can see they're triggering it. But you will feel better, I think, if you actually physically are looser. And that's why I suggest people do, maintenance on there. Go get yourself tuned up. Go get your colonics, and that flushes out, and then it starts to and get the energy flowing through our body, because the stress just blocks all the meridians up and blocks the large intestine up, and the large intestine never gets a clean out. I find it ironic that you get those bowel tests and you're supposed to send stuff off and get everyone, get your bowel tested. You're young, so you won't get them. But the way to combat, that sort of thing is go do your colonics, go flush your bowel out, and don't let toxins sit in it. It's like anything. But, the government make a lot of money from when you have to have bowel cancer. Doctors make, I think it was $2,000 for a certain amount of chemo that they would treat. They actually get paid. So that's their incentive for people to have chemo.
Oh, it's messed up.
Yeah. But life is messed up, isn't it? But
yeah.
It's just when you start to know that, then you go, okay, well, I've got to really do this for myself.
Yeah, just get ahead of it.
Yeah. So that's all I can say for you.
Okay, great. Is there anything else you'd recommend, like chiropractors or anything else that you would recommend for physical releases, or just a good massage therapist that you?
What suburb are you in?
What, sorry?
What suburb? Oh, you're in Sydney.
Yeah, I'm in Sydney.
Trying to think. I don't think I normally, if I go to a city a lot, I normally have somebody. I just go see a remedial massage therapist
Okay.
and then ask them to concentrate on those areas, your jaw and your neck, and
Okay.
that'll just release, and then maybe get yourself a cleanse and either do
Yeah.
the things that I said, like, because if you're a mum and it's a bit hard for you to get out, you could do some of the flushes in the morning
Yeah,
of
exactly.
the cabbage juice. That's got loads of great vitamins and stuff like that in. But we need to make sure that we spend our time maintaining ourselves, and then you'll eat more. You can deal with your kids more easily because you just had that time out, and you're like, I feel more grounded. I've filled myself up.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
because otherwise you're worn out, and having to work that balance, but you put that in, that's got to be a priority. Did your mum, you see, you haven't been shown how to do that because your mum didn't do it, did she?
No, no. So I'm trying to sort of do the opposite. I think she just sort of got caught up in the spiral of what it's like being here in this life, and I guess
Sure.
the blinkers on and in
Sure.
the matrix, right? So, you
Sure.
know,
I mean, I understand how people, get the way they get, but you see, that's why the more you talk and the more I know you, you're very, it's like I can't teach you a whole lot because you already know it. It's like you feel truth, you know truth. You're one of those starseed or indigo kids that are here to just elevate. Now, but your kids are very highly, intuitive and really.
that's why they're hard work.
Are they? What do they do?
Oh, look, they're amazing. They're just super high
Yes.
energy. So I think when I have my moments where I'd like some quiet introspection, they don't have a lot of room for that.
Yeah, yeah,
So
really.
there's a
Are
lot of
they?
high energy and noise.
How old are they?
4.5 and 1.5.
Oh, right. And the
Yeah.
boys and girls.
The oldest is a boy and the youngest is a girl.
Uh-huh. And all right. So who's the noisiest?
Oh, the boy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
If
Yeah.
it's not what he's saying, it's what he's doing.
Oh, right. Yeah, sure. Driving a truck or something.
Yeah, everything's smashing all the time.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's very
What?
destructive
So
life.
that's kind of interesting. So has he ever watched any movies where they smash everything? Where does he get?
No, he's always had, even before he'd ever seen any TV, his instant reaction for any toy was to like throw it and see it, watch it smash. Like he's Hulk smash. That's just who he's always been. So, we're starting to get into some quieter activities now, like colouring in, which is exciting.
Ooh,
But yeah, yeah, he's just very intense. He's fabulous, but
sure.
you do get a little bit like, wouldn't it be lovely to just not talk and have some quiet for a little bit?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you do because you're on, and Mum's on 24/7, so totally understandable, totally understandable. And then you've got the other one, so that's anyway. So that's what I highly suggest. Well, I'm just going to see because we've got a bit of extra time. What else you need? I mean,
Well,
I'm
that's really helpful because I hadn't thought about all the physical release stuff. I've been focusing on, Dot and I are kind of like the emotional detectives. We like to go, oh, that's interesting. I've had a trigger. What could that be? And let's dig into it. And we sort of help each other read it and dig deeper. But I hadn't really thought
yeah.
about the whole physical side of things and moving things on. So that's really helpful.
Yeah, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, yes. I mean, that's just going to be a faster approach going the physical
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Okay, so let's look at getting you some more harmony. Okay, so get some more peace. We can do that one. How about that? Put that as
Great. That sounds fantastic.
okay. All
Sign
right.
me up.
All right. So I'll just quickly get an age, and then we'll release that from your body because everything's contained in your energy field. What's around you is symbolic of what's been in your energy field this life and past lifetimes. So I'm going to go back. So go 20, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So let's go to age 6. Any stresses?
I'm trying to think. That would have been about the age we probably moved. I grew up on a farm, and it's probably about the age we moved to the Gold Coast, I'm guessing, or just before we moved.
Mm-hmm. And how was the Gold Coast?
Well, it was just so different. I think I really enjoyed it, but we went from having 100 acres in Victoria
Right.
to, I had a Shetland pony, and we had lots of animals, and suddenly I was this free range kid, and then you're sort of constrained to a big backyard, but probably not what I was used to.
Yeah.
And they had to sell horses, and I guess there's probably sadness associated with that. But also I'd say that's probably the age my parents probably started to, if I think back, that's probably when the writing was starting to be on the wall. They probably moved to try and shake things up, and it probably didn't work, and it was just moving the problem somewhere else. And those tensions were probably there, and knowing what young kids are like, they pick up on tension. They feel it.
So Dot, can you see any little clues there about we're looking at getting more peace in Bianca's energy field? Do you notice any clues that she mentioned?
I didn't even know that you lived in Melbourne. Or like Victoria.
It wasn't Melbourne. It was, it was country Victoria. So it was about...
Okay.
It was another hour out past Target, Dot.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got something?
I think like change. I think it's change is the key word in that one.
Okay. Well,
that's what I'm picking up.
Well, yes, change is important, but this is exactly what's sitting in Bianca's energy field. So living out in the country with animals and a lot of space is very peaceful. Yeah? Peaceful, yeah?
Yeah.
Say that?
Very peaceful.
Like you are connected to nature. That's why you love peace. That's where you've grown up, in this nature. See, country people have a completely different energy, and that's the most important time of your life to program someone. So hence why, and then you'll move to the Gold Coast, and then I'd say the arguments escalated, but you moved out of this and you lost your animals into the Gold Coast, which is different, and it's a lot more noisier. You lack that connection to nature. You would have lost, you see, this is why you're so... You transform. That would have been very traumatic for most kids, whether you remember it or not. But I'm sure that's also why your jaw is tight. It's like you're not prepared, and all your animals. So you've got to change when you had a child, and so your first child is a bit more chaotic. You've got the boy a bit smashing things, and it's almost so that
he's like moving to the Gold Coast from the farm.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's because that's. It is. Gets set up. You had once had peace, and then it gets taken from you, and it wasn't done, and usually never done in a way. My parents are going through a fight. They're not like looking at making this the easiest way for you to transition and looking at any of that. So your body's missing peace. It's actually, so I'm going to give you back a fragment to return that peace to you, and then you'll watch your life and your kids transform. So that's what I'm pretty sure is going on there.
Amazing. That is. That's unreal. I've got tingles. Yeah.
Okay, I, Marisa, call upon the shamanic healers and their ancestors to return the missing soul fragments to Bianca at age 6, when she left the farm and moved to the Gold Coast and had to leave her animals, and that peace and that connectedness to nature, and the loss and the sadness of losing something that was very precious to her and was part of her. Imagine seeing and feeling these soul fragments return to you. The white healing light purify and wash over your entire being. Imagine the feeling of peace and love come over you.
I felt that in my solar plex. It's interesting. That's where it returned.
Yeah.
Awesome. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. You'll find it more peaceful for you.
That is just the best thing. That is the best gift. Thank you.
And a bit of massage, you'll go, because you are so,
be a new woman.
So malleable. You're like so amazing. You're just amazing. You're an amazing soul that's so malleable. And so you need to, so if you're mindful of your intentions and which you are, I can see that you are, but you're here to just to exist, to transform our planet, and you ask and you shall receive. So nice. So that was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. That's the best.
Okay. let us know.
I will. I'll report back.
Yeah. Okay. Now, okay, let's get on to Dot. How are you, Dot?
I'm good. I'm good. Um, so, the thing that keeps coming up for me, and it was so interesting that what you picked up was like when I was 6 years old, and it was about, I think, guilt and shame and a crucifixion implant. Because I was saying to Bianca, I was like, I keep tapping into, past timelines, and I'm like, there was so much trauma. Like, I felt like, I was burned at the stake, or like I was tortured, or like, tied down. And I was like, what is this all about? But then, yeah, so when you kind of mentioned the crucifixion implant, it kind of made a bit of sense.
Okay, so tell me what your intention is. Like, what do you want to transform from? What do you want to be released from? What is it that's not working so that we can make sense of it?
I think past trauma. So I think like PTSD and trauma, because what we'd worked on before was about like a home invasion, and it was about keeping quiet.
Oh, yes. I remember the story.
Yeah, so it was pretty hectic, and so there was lots of layers within that, and it was interesting that like there were still layers that I was clearing, and some of the emotions that I was holding in my body wasn't mine. Like I think I'd taken on like my parents, and so I've been working on that.
Okay. So are you still suffering post-traumatic stress? Did you reduce any anxiety from us, or what shifted, and then what's left over?
Yeah, so I think I'd cleared most of my stuff, and then I realized, I was like, when I was doing a Reiki session with someone, like that came up again. I'm like, oh, I'm surprised that this is still coming up. So, but then there were the other layers where I had taken it on.
Can I just say something, Dot?
Yeah.
You might want to lift your computer up a bit, but they'll look at the computer. That's all.
I'm on my phone. I'll put it on something else.
I work like this. Don't worry about what's said and what other people are saying is not right. I just look at your feedback. Look at the reflection that you see when you get up in the morning.
Yeah.
So how you feel. I'm just asking for that. I don't want when someone else is telling. I don't want any of that. I just want to know what's not working in your life and what needs to improve, not what someone else has said.
Okay. Well, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, Bianca and I were at this networking event, and it ended up being a women's circle, and I had this like panic attack in my body when I had to speak.
And it was a safe place to speak.
Yeah. And it was really interesting because I was like, I'm okay talking to people one-on-one, and I talk to random people all the time. But for some reason, when there was that, when it got to my turn, like I literally had a panic attack in my body, even though my mind was like, you can calm down, it's safe and safe. Like I was. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take out the crucifixion implants. It is like you've been, burned at the stake. They've gone, look at her, in the old days, look at her, get her, she's the one. And then you've been.
It's totally what we were saying.
Yeah. Tortured. It was disgusting, the treatment. So that's what, and women would tell on women just to get off, if you could dob someone else in, and because it was, dog eat dog. You could imagine there was no way out back then. It was very stuck. All right, so I'm going to remove them because that's like the torture is still inside you, and the crucifixion implants keep that stuck in you. And it's also reflective of don't be seen again when that invader comes. Like again, don't be seen. Don't let anyone see you. Don't let them know you're there. Again, that kind of still we're looking at a pattern here.
Yeah.
So it's very thickly embedded inside you. So you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Repeat after me. I choose to release
I choose to release
all crucifixion implants
all crucifixion implants
and any fear entities
and any fear entities
attached to my energy field
attached to my energy field
or implanted in my body.
or implanted in my body.
These entities and implants
These entities and implants
are now void and cancelled.
are now void and cancelled.
I choose to be released.
I choose to be released.
I choose to reclaim my peace.
I choose to reclaim my peace,
My security
my security,
and my stability.
and my stability.
I choose to live in trust
I choose to live in trust
and freedom
and freedom
from this point forward.
from this point forward.
So keep breathing that. I'm just going to move because I have to breathe it out. So just keep breathing that. Okay.
How do you feel?
I felt like I had to straighten up my back, so it must have been like my spine and stuff. I was like, oh, to move.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Still
That one's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
got a call while I was on. What's that?
Oh.
Was that? Did
Not
you send
sure.
a message? Did you
Yeah.
send?
I
Was
did.
that from someone that was meant to be on the call?
Well, they can still jump in. You see, you just press the link.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're supposed to just press the link, so I'm not sure. I was still releasing that.
Oh, yeah. I can still feel it. I'm still moving. Oh. How do they get in? Who puts them in?
Oh, okay, so I must have called. See, I left one person when I called you guys. I left one person on the call because if I think I lose the group otherwise. So I think they're just asking.
Okay.
But we're still releasing. Oh. There we go.
Thank you. Oh. How do we get implants? How do they get in that energy?
Well, day 14, I sort of do this little demo
Oh, okay.
of how they attach and stuff like that. So all you need is so I'm still breathing this out.
We can just chat. It'll be interesting to see how you go next time we have to talk in a group, Dot, and see if you feel
like
a really big
major
difference.
freak out. Because I'm like, why is this happening? I'm like, everything. Why? And it's like, oh, yeah, okay.
Because your body didn't feel safe.
Yeah,
No.
but when you kind of start looking and you start picking up, I mean, that's another parallel of that invader where you had to not be seen again, you know, here I am getting, but what happens is you shift a layer off your body, and then it's ready to deal with the next life. This is the lifetime we deal with, all lifetimes. Mm-hmm. So then, so peels that one off and voila, it shows up something else. But that invader that you had in this lifetime was in your energy field, the fear of that and other things that have happened to you. And so until you remove it, we keep all this stuff and your emotions are reflecting that.
Yeah. It's amazing how we just keep carrying everything around with us.
Yes, how it gets stuck on your soul, it gets it gets ingrained on it. Curses and spells and rituals and anything with strong emotion, really it's a coding It's a real coating. Yeah, it takes work. It's not a lot of people are willing to do the work. They'd rather drink themselves or just put their head in the sand. But that's okay. I mean, that's totally okay because that's just how it all works. We're just all going to be recycled, and
Exactly.
once you do this journey and you know the truth, you go, well, I'm not getting recycled, and I'll just do the work.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't have to do it next time.
Yeah, like now once those that know you get recycled and do work, you're not coming back here. Which I think would just move gradually. It'll just become a more humane and beautiful world. And next minute, it's like less and less of the old world. And then I think more so like that than a twinkling eye. Then we wake up and I'm in this new. But it's like jumping timelines. We just keep jumping timelines.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if you just help me with this one?
Yeah, of course, we'd love to.
Thank you. With the 6-year-old, she said, I didn't write down her name, Alyssa or something. She said her dad slapped her on the face. And Vanessa. Yes, she doesn't lose weight. Okay, so why doesn't she lose weight? Her dad slapped her on the face when she was 6. 11 years old, falsely arrested. Oh, she's falsely arrested at age 11, and my dad slapped me on the face.
Bizarre.
Right, so she's falsely arrested, which is, again, we're accused of things. We get the blame a lot. That's a very common genetic thing that women get. It's your fault, and you feel guilty. So, and now she wonders why she can't lose weight. So let's put that one together. So if she's guilty, she gets punished. So when you're guilty, you're judged, and then therefore you, if you're guilty, then you have to be punished. So what this is to do with her eating. So I think, she's not here to speak, but we'll just pull out something that she needs. I think. We'll pull out a soul word for her. So I read better when I stand. So 1 to 10 to 20, 20, 30, 30, 31, 32. Soul, you're kidding. Soul imprisonment.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's so funny. I was doing healing on the other one, and someone goes, and I didn't have my book, so someone else had the book, and I said, tell me what number 50 is. And it was surrogating, and this girl was a twin, and she was taking on other people's stuff, and she also and it came up surrogating for others' pain. So I love it that I'm always on track. I'm always on track. So soul imprisonment out of 69 words. So her soul's still imprisoned. And maybe that's then the eating is kind of like, I can't get out. The only thing I can do to control, to combat this feeling in prison is eat. Probably it's probably the only outlet that you have when you're in prison. It's like I can't get out of that. I can't get out, but the only thing I can do is eat to have comfort. Maybe there's something about food then probably being a comfort.
So I haven't heard of soul imprisonment. So
well, there's just
is that imprisoned in the body or?
Well, the thing is, these are soul aspect scan lists, and they're all certain. Everything happens to our soul that then carries through. So it's saying that soul imprisonment. So it could be. There's all sort of weird stuff that gets done to our soul. Our souls can be captured too. There's people that go and capture souls. So whether it was taken. Some people can capture a soul, or whether she's been really tortured in a past life and imprisoned, and it's really coded on her soul.
Right.
But it's like Vanessa, it's like your soul is. She'll watch this back. Is been imprisoned, but it's funny how she's falsely arrested. You see, it's a sign. So that was a sign to show that that's sitting on her soul. That's crazy because this is the scam. This is the scam. I I just pick the word really quickly. I do things really quickly. And then 32 is soul imprisonment. So I'm just going to tell Vanessa to say this affirmation. I, Vanessa, choose to release my soul from all imprisonment matrices and soul imprisonment matrix. I don't know what the plural of the matrix is. I'll free my soul from the soul from the matrix, from my DNA, from my genetics, from my past lives, and from any memory inside my body. So nice, take a nice deep breath in. Yeah, so smashing out that blueprint that was sitting on us all. So I'll tell her to watch this one when we get it up. Okay. Well, that's kind of it. And
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Not for me.
Yeah.
But you don't. You've always got questions.
I think always wanting to learn everything. No,
I
I'm
look
just
forward
really
to
enjoying
the video
it.
tomorrow.
I'm just really enjoying the videos. I've still got to read through all the PDFs, but yeah.
Well,
Great. Thank you.
Day 13 is like the healing that I just give you for everything. So I've got sort of the other ones I'm sort of just saying for you to say the words. That one is now pulling in everything, all the resources to just shift your energy. When we get control of our own energy, we deliberately use it to, free out, to get what to have the life that we want, the freedom that we want. That's what we're here to do. But you guys, I feel so blessed that you guys are on the course and you're part of Forensic Healing because you're adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, I'm going to close down. I'll just do the last bit where I call in the guardians to bless you, and then
Thank you.
we'll see you again.
Definitely.
Yeah. I ask the guardians and angels to pour blessings upon you for all the things that you require to obtain soul freedom and sovereignty. I ask that they guide and protect you and lead you on a path of empowerment to assist with the evolution of your soul and humanity. I ask that healing may continue throughout this time and that you may always know that you are of divine, infinite worth and you hold the power and choice for your transformation. I confirm these requests have taken place and this healing is complete. Take a deep breath in. And we'll bless your beautiful children, Bianca,
Thank you.
with peace and calm. And you'll watch this. And watch. I want you to tell me. I know.
I will.
I know.
I'll message the group.
Just leave a little message about your little lovely angel that you have.
I'm going away for work this week, but next weekend we'll be telling.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Marissa.
It's been really great.
Take care. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.